Hear ye, this is Lord Potato, and this is what Boruto ate, the Ito no Mi. So, the thread, fruit from Doflamingo. So, let me do a recap on what happened last time. Boruto, he ate the fruit when he was just depressed. He managed to activate it when metal pipe or whatever the hell was it about to attack him and actually cut it in half. Original canon still goes the same, and Boruto's way more disrespectful. He can care less about anything. He's a little bit more talkative and all that, and more disrespectful and caring less. Now, he's also, how should I say, he has actually managed to use the string fruit in, well, multiple occasions, like the battle between him and sort of class rep. He didn't use it that much. But towards the Sadara arc, the one where they have to go towards Sasuke and all that, well, Sadara wants to meet Sasuke and all that, Boruto got there and was fighting against Sasuke. There's where I left it off. Now, Sasuke says, "Who are you?" Boruto says, my name is the Joker. I also forgot to mention, yes, Doflamingo is something like his title is named the Joker or something. So I'm giving him the title. Boruto just says, "Oh, my name is the Joker." So, you're Sasuke Uchiha. Fight me. Now, of course, Boruto has it with a smile. A very menace smile. And of course, Sasuke tries to use a sword. But when he tries to cut at Boruto already uses one of the threads and blocks it. And Sasuke was confused because he looks like he hit it, but cannot see the thread. Because the thread is not made out of chakra, so of course Sasuke is looking to where it is. He finds it and it's very small. He's saying, "What the hell? It's not even made with chakra." Boruto's like, "Well, you must have seen your Sharingan, seen that it's not made out of chakra. But too bad for you, then die." Sadara opens the door and sees Boruto about to attack. Well, not Boruto. Sasuke about to attack Boruto, and Boruto's about to just swipe at the air, which she's confused, but yeah. And she just says, "Stop, father, Boruto." Boruto was like, "Damn it!" And Sasuke stopped and said, "What? You're an Uchiha." She had her Sharingan activate, only the one to moist and all that. Of course, Sasuke thought she was like one of those people and all that. So of course he went to attack, and of course Boruto had to run past. Like he had to run faster than Sasuke, and Sasuke was faster. And of course the sword was about to hit Sadara. Of course Boruto pushes it away by grabbing it and pushing it away. Of course he does start bleeding from his hand. He grabs the blade, and pushes it away from Sadara. Of course, this is just because, yeah, Sadara is sort of a friend, and if she dies, blah, 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 whatever. And Sasuke said, "What the?" And he looks closely at Sadara and just noticed that's his daughter. And Sadara's crying, and she said, "Boruto, are you okay?" Boruto says, "I'm fine. I'm fine." Ah, that hurt a little bit, but yeah, I'm fine, Sadara. Then Sasuke says, "Boruto? Boruto, wait a minute. Aren't you Naruto's son?" Boruto says, "No, I am Madara Uchiha's son." Sasuke says, "But your hair isn't black." "No shit, who do you think I am from?" Oh, you know what? No, I'm the grandson of Minato Namikaze. Done. And Sasuke says, "Okay. It looks like you don't like your father at all. Okay." This is where Naruto, Mitsuki, and Chojo comes and says, "Guys, are you okay?" And Naruto notices Boruto bleeding, but Boruto just puts his hand away. Mitsuki says, "So, are you okay, Boruto?" Boruto says, "I'm fine. Just a little patch of bandages and I'm fine. Nothing needs to be worried about." And, well, of course, this is where Naruto says, "Sasuke." Sasuke said, "Yeah, I'm okay. Your son almost tried to kill me, saying he's the Joker. Satoru looks at Boruto like narrow her eyes. He's saying, what do you mean? Why not kill him? Fight him. And Satoru just narrows her eyes. And Boruto just kind of looks away and just says, what do you want? And Sasuke says, why were you fighting me? And Boruto thought it would be funny and says, for your marriage of your daughter's hand. And Sasuke and Naruto goes, ugh. Satoru just goes red. Pure red. Chojo goes, what the? Mitsuki goes, huh? And Boruto starts laughing. He starts dying. I'm just kidding. No, I just wanted to see how strong you were. What do you think I was here for? And Sasuke was, first of all, impressed with Boruto's skills, even though he only saw a glimpse of it and wasn't ready to fully fight against Boruto. Boruto wanted him to think that he was a threat to actually fight seriously. But of course, how Sasuke stopped otherwise. So yeah, he didn't go full power. So Sasuke said, "Oh, you just wanted to fight me, okay?" Naruto says, "Wait a minute. You were just here to fight Sasuke?" Boruto said, "Yeah. There was only a way to like trick you, making you, let me stay here so I can fight him." And Satoru says, "How do you know him?" Boruto says, "Read the book of the Uchiha. I heard the Uchiha were pretty strong, and I read through them, and the only other Uchiha that are left is you, which you were just the same power level as me, somewhat, and Sasuke Uchiha. Last pure-blooded Uchiha." That's what Boruto said. And Satoru just goes, so wait, you aren't here for my hand or what? And Boruto says, no, you crazy? And Satoru kind of just like, she has like these depressed lines. Like, you know how, what's called, Hashirama was kind of depressed every time Madara said something like, kind of sadful and all that? And he had like this depression, like this cloud over his head and all that. Satoru does the same, but of course she tries not to. Well, of course Boruto says, we're still young, calm down. And Satoru says, I'm not caring about that. And of course Shoujo thinks, this is interesting. Blackmail. Stars in her eyes. And of course Mitsuki's confused, so he doesn't really care that much. Of course, they go outside and, start talking. Of course, I should say, this is where the two Shin Uchihas, the older one and the younger one, starts attacking. Of course, the same thing happens for Sasuke and Naruto fighting. Boruto wanted to go out there and fight, but of course, he thought it was unnecessary. So, when Sasuke was going out of the Kurama mode to attack them, the sword was actually about to impale, it did impale Naruto. Boruto really didn't care. He could have saved him, but of course he didn't do anything. Now, of course, Shin, not the younger one, I think the younger one got knocked out easily. The older one, he was like talking about that he has multiple blades and all that, and was about to attack all of them. Boruto, he sends out the threads, all 5 fingers of the threads and all that from each finger, and just moves them around like if you're moving around like a puppet, but instead of going down and moving them around and all that, Boruto sort of like moving his fingers around, and of course he kind of puts in the cross and start moving around and all that. All the threads kind of go around all the blades and turns them into tiny, extremely tiny dust particles of metal. Now, the Shin guy was like, Naruto Sasuke, Sasuke said, can he control more than just one? Because Boruto only used one when he was fighting against Sasuke. But of course, Boruto used more than this. Of course, this is where Sasuke comes out of nowhere and punches, the guy And Sasuke says, well, Naruto, you're fine or what? Naruto says, yeah, I'm fine. Heals. And Sasuke has that whole moment and whatever. And, of course, Boruto noticed the white little creature thing, whatever. The one that can use Kamui. Well, it looks like it can use Kamui. Of course, Satoru is about to get, like, well, be sucked into it. And then Sasuke pushed her out of the way. Boruto, like, decides to jump in, push Sasuke out of the way, and get sucked into the portal. Now, of course, Shin and the younger one gets out of there also. Now, Naruto says, no, Boruto. Boruto's in the place where the whole, what's called, multiple Shins are at and all that. Now, he just says, huh, that's a lot of people. A lot of the same people. Sweet Home Alabama or something? And of course, the older one said, I tried to get the Uchiha girl, but then I tried to also get the pink hair girl, and then I got you. You jumped in like an idiot. Just like your father. Boruto says, don't compare me to him. Don't even think you can actually compare me to even him, an idiot. Now, of course, there's most of them, and Shin, the older one, said, you better not do anything stupid, because if you do, you will die. Boruto goes, oh really? Conqueror's Hawking. All of the younger Shins and all that, all just falls down of the pressure and all that. They fall down, they also pass out. Now, the older Shin was like, ugh, that power, that amount of power, you're a monster. Boruto said, my name's the Joker, by the way. And you must be the Uchiha that tried to attack us. Too bad for you. If I kill you right now and take over your army, what would that happen? You think you can? Of course, Shin, the older one, tries to, like, kill the younger one that's right next to him and all that. Boruto turns that blade into nothing but dust by using the strings and all that. And Boruto says, it's unnecessary for you to do that. But, instead of me letting you do that, the older Shin loses an arm, the other arm, and a leg, and says, you're gonna tell me everything you know about the Akatsuki and more. Now, Shin doesn't know that much about the Akatsuki. The only thing he knows is about the members, like Konan, Pain, Nagato. Well, not Nagato that much, but yeah. What do you know? Well, was from the part of the Akatsuki. He was part of Orochimaru's experiments. So yeah. And what's it called? He knows about the masked man named Obito Uchiha. This, that. Since the Academy will not explain that much about the Akatsuki or what happened during the war. Well, I mean, except for they going against a very powerful foe. Now, Boruto says, interesting. Do you know any of their powers or abilities? And Shin says, no. The only thing I know about them is 2 of them were immortal. Some of them were explosive and crazy, like arts. Boruto says art. It's truly just an explosion. And, in another world, a guy with long blonde hair, and, like, mouths for hands and all that, just sneezes for each mouth. And, of course, Sasori says, are you fucking sick, Deidara? Deidara says, no. I think someone else said art in this explosion. I'm so proud of whoever that person is. And, Sasori said, okay, whatever, you capping. You must be fucking capping. They must be calling you a bitch instead of, like, saying that art's an explosion. Not art. It's a creation of puppets. And of course, Deidara and Sasori just starts fighting. Even while they're in the Akatsuki space, like, just talking and all that. So, yeah, with that, back to Boruto. Boruto says, interesting. Well, Sasuke, Naruto, and the others are actually going towards, well, they found what's called Shin Space. And of course, they do kind of go through and fight against, like, the 2 Boruto, he's just there, and all the actually smaller ones manage to get back up, and they are pretty much scared of Boruto and his pressure of monstrous conquerors Hawking. So of course, all of them just lays there, and Boruto says, "Why you all laying down? Get up!" All of them do. They're all shaking though. One of the big Shino or whatever the fuck it is called, Shini, tries to attack Boruto. Boruto says, "You dare attack me? Your new leader. Bow down." Uses Conqueror talking on it, and it does bow down. And says, "I'm sorry." Or, well, tries to speak and all that. Of course, the one that's near the other Shin, he still tries to cut him and all that, and Boruto takes the next blade and just crushes it into nothing but just dust. Well, not crushes it, cuts it into nothing but just dust. Now, Boruto says, "Can you stop trying to kill your youngest son?" And Shin says, "Son? He's my clone." Shadow clone? Shin said, "No, my actual clone. All of them are my clones. I've just been gritted my teeth and blah blah." Boruto says, "Blah blah blah. I don't really need an explainment of whatever bullshit you do. Even if it means you must be fucking yourself literally and actually having kids like that, that's fucking weird." and she didn't go, "I don't fuck myself." Of course he's coughing blood and all that. Boruto says, "Blah blah blah. It's fine. You don't need to tell me how your life is lived." Now, Boruto sees the Akatsuki cloak. The one that was sort of like, well, there was an Akatsuki cloak that was there just hanging, and Boruto says, "You don't mind if I take this. I actually like the Akatsukis. I really don't know what they are for, but I like their cloak. I'll be taking this." So, of course, Boruto, he puts it in a seal scroll. Now, Boruto knows about seal scrolls because he isn't that, like, much, I should say, naive being a child or whatever. He's more having the mind of what Doflamingo and actually reading some things and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, he also reads the newspaper. You know how Doflamingo just has a tuxedo and usually reads the newspaper while drinking something? Yeah, that's what Boruto does. Also, is Boruto going to be 10 feet? Is he going to be the same size as Doflamingo? I feel like people are going to ask me for that. No, because Boruto is not, well, how should I say, Doflamingo's reincarnation. Instead, he has the Ito no Mi. He just took some personality from Doflamingo because he thought Doflamingo was cool and all that. So, yeah. So, Naruto's just looking at, not Naruto, not Naruto. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Chojo, and Mitsuki and Sasuke gets there, and of course, they manage to take out the two. And when Naruto and Sasuke gets in and all that, all of them gets in and all that, they all just see all the smaller shins and also two big shins, and just looking at Boruto. And Boruto is, you know what, just teaching them fucking pure English because he doesn't know if they can speak it. So he's just basically teaching them because he wants an army. Because Doflamingo did tell him about he had an army, he had a family and all that sort of family. But yeah, you get the point. Boruto's like teaching them fucking English and trying to. And of course, some of them gets it faster than others, but yeah. But Sasuke and the others just get there and they say, "Boruto." Boruto says, "Yes. Do you not see me? I'm teaching class." Naruto goes, "You're teaching what? You're teaching them class?" That's interesting. It's funny, but it's interesting. Boruto says, "Oh, hello, yes, hello there, Hokage-sama. I'm not dumb enough like you were when you were younger." Not Boruto, but Naruto goes, ugh. Sasuke kind of chuckles. She just kind of giggles and all. Sasuke kind of laughs a little bit. Everyone else just sees that, yeah, they're just laughing at the Hokage. And the Hokage is like, "God damn it, why is he so damn rude?" Sasuke says, "I feel like he's my own child. I'd be taking that Boruto as my own child, thanks." Naruto be like, "Wait, motherfucker. He has blonde hair. Don't worry, I'll dye it black hair. I'll give him a genjutsu to just get rid of the blonde hair to have black hair." Boruto says, no, not really. I like having blonde hair. Not because of my father. No, 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 no. Because of my grandfather. And Naruto says, why is he so mean to me? Of course, he's just having these anime tears, and Boruto's like not caring. So he goes back to teaching the, what's it called, clones and all that. So, of course, this is where, Sasuke says, I mean, we should definitely name him Boruto Uchiha, and you can keep Sadara. She can be the new Uzumaki for you. Naruto says, bruh, why are you trying to adopt him? Because he's so disrespectful. I like him. I mean, I always disrespected when I was younger. We were both younger, and still disrespecting you half the time. And Naruto says, you know what, Sasuke? Fine, you can probably have him. But then again, if I let you even adopt him, I wonder what Hinata would do to me. Sasuke says, oh, she will probably try ram you to death and probably killing you at that point. And Sasuke says, we're not adopting him, Sasuke. Sasuke's kind of has his anime crying tears and all that. He's like, why not? He's so disrespectful. I like him. Boruto is over here just like teaching them and all that. And then this is where we do a time skip. Now, Naruto has to have, well, some ninjas here. Now, all of them do get defensive when they're trying to take Boruto away. And Boruto says, calm down, all of you. And all of them do. Now, Naruto says, what is this, Boruto? An army. And Naruto says, what about the older one? The guy with a bunch of legs, he's crippled right now. He's right there, just without the leg and an arm. And his other arm. And also, basically, all his damn Sharingan. I just stabbed through them because they were so damn annoying. But yeah. Bing! Now, Naruto goes, yeah. Are you not scared of blood? Boruto says, why would I? I don't care. And, straight up Sasuke says, he's definitely my son. Naruto says, what do you mean he's your son? He's not scared of blood. I wasn't scared of blood when I was younger. But you were. Naruto goes, fuck you, Sasuke. Sasuke says, no thanks, I don't swing that way. And, yeah. So, of course, there's where, Boruto and, he has his army and all that. And Naruto's saying, why do you need an army? To destroy the Leaf Village. Naruto goes, wait, what? Boruto says, to help the Leaf Village. And Naruto says, didn't you just say you wanted to destroy it? No, I don't want to make you feel like hell for just neglecting me. No. And Naruto goes, I should really spend more time with my family, don't I? No, you don't need to spend time with your family. I can always spend time with Father Sasuke. Sasuke, see? He's truly my son. Naruto goes, whatever, I'm so done with this. Please, for the love of God, don't teach him already to tell Sasuke that that's her real father. I mean, she has black hair. And she doesn't have blonde hair. I mean, there could have been something there. And Naruto says, oh my gosh, Boruto, stop. Why not? Sadara just likes to punch Boruto in the head, and Boruto says, ow, why did you punch me in the head? Sadara says, because, first of all, we're not family. And Boruto says, no, we're like definitely not family, thank God. And Sadara goes, she like gets stabbed in the heart, but doesn't actually show it that much. Of course, Shoujo says, that's mean, Boruto. And Boruto says, no, I really don't care. And Niski says, so, is this an army now? Boruto says, somewhat, I guess. Now, Boruto is like 4'9", I think, in original canon. In this one, he's actually going to be a little bit more taller. He's like, when he ate the fruit, he kind of grew up a little bit more. So I'm going to just say he's like 5'4", 2. He's a little bit more taller. And of course, Boruto, he doesn't like Sakura like that. He likes class rep like that. Not just kidding, but they're kids. I'm just saying. So yeah, what's it called? Of course, when Boruto and the others managed to go back to the Leaf Village, Hinata was pretty mad. She said, "No, Boruto, when I told you to deliver the package, I meant to give it to him before he leaves, not go with him." Boruto said, "Oh, I thought you meant go give it to the 7 Hokage." Naruto says, "First of all, call me father. I thought you told me to give it to Naruto Uzumaki, the 7 Hokage." "I'm sorry about that, Naruto Uzumaki." Of course, Naruto is having like this multiple stab in the heart, saying emotionally, he's like, "Call me father." And Hinata was like, "Boruto, he's your father." And Boruto says, "Father?" But he's walking all the over there with Sasuke and Sakura. And Hinata says, "Sasuke is not your father." Boruto says, "I wish. He's such a cool. He's amazing. He's so much better." And Naruto just gets multiple like hits and directs his heart. He kind of passed out. Sasuke had it to come and actually get Naruto to get him to the hospital. So yeah, because he just passes out. Of course, Hinata says, "Fine, Boruto, come on." Boruto says, "Okay, bye, father." Father Sasuke. Sasuke kinda just waves at him, and Sakura and Sasuke just glare at him. Sasuke says, "I'm sorry." And Boruto is just happy. Now Mitsuki also comes along to Boruto's house and all that. Naruto, the next day is him just going and just talking about the whole 5 Hokage's meeting, whatever hell. The next day, it's the whole what's called Naruto and everyone in like the training ground and all that, and everyone's talking about like the whole 5 Kage summoning and all that. Of course, this is where Boruto says, "So Shikadai, it looks like your uncle Gaara of the Sand is coming to go meet the 7 Hokage, Uzumaki Naruto, or Naruto Uzumaki." And Shikadai said, "Aren't you gonna call him dad or something?" "Dad? I don't see no dad in him." Of course, Boruto, instead of like throwing shurikens at the target, he just uses his threads just to cut it in half. Just one thread. One swipe to the air and it just cuts in half. Even the log just be cut in half. Boruto says, "I don't see him as some person." Everyone's amazed with Boruto's skills, not even using the shuriken or something like that. People are kind of amazed. Well, yeah, some people and some others. Now, of course, Shikadai just says, I don't even know what that ability is, Boruto. You started just using it a while ago." Boruto says, "I still don't know what it is, really. But I want to be called the Joker when I get out of here and become a ninja." Now Boruto's like having him like he's how anime what's it called, anime characters usually imagine themselves like how they would look like as badass and all that. Yeah, Boruto's actually imagining himself like multiple dead bodies, him just having his hand up and laughing. And Shikadai says, "That's a creepy laugh, but okay." Boruto says, "Oh, calm down. Well, how else is it gonna be? Well, if I'm gonna be called the Joker, I need a creepy laugh." And Energy said, I don't think that really unnecessary, don't you think? That would mostly just make you a villain." Boruto just says, "Villain. Villain." Of course, everyone's amazed with Satoru's like whole shuriken throws and all that. Of course, Satoru is like, "I'm going to become the Hokage." Boruto just goes, "Good luck in becoming Hokage. You realize you're gonna be way too young. You'll probably be at least the ninth or 10th Hokage. The Hokage will never be able to, how should I say? The Hokage will either be Konohamaru when, of course, the seventh, what's called Naruto Uzumaki retires or dies in the near future, or will either be passed down to either Konohamaru or Kakashi Hatake, the sixth Hokage. That happened before how the fourth Hokage died because of the QB, and since that happened, the third Hokage had to come back and, well, rule the village again, even at his old age. You will probably be at least a 10 Hokage, however old you will get. You realize Kages don't become straight up the new Kage at like some kind of age like ours, 12 or 16, or become age of like either 20 to like, I mean not 20, 25 to like 30 or something. That's why they're called old. The only sort of youngest one would be the fourth Hokage, my grandfather, Minato Namikaze. I respect him a lot for his, how should I say, yellow flash techniques. And even killing a bunch of people in Iowa and making, like, killing all of them easily, only using a couple techniques. He was amazing. Shikadai is like, how do you know so much? You barely even pay attention to class. Naruto says, oh, I don't really want to pay attention to class that much. I usually just read a lot. And the only thing I just do, go to the library, drink my tea, and start reading. Everyone's kind of shocked hearing that Boruto reads. Not really. Some people are not really that shocked, but yeah. So yeah. Of course, when Boruto said that, all that, Sarah gets kind of annoyed and said, yeah, I know that. But I'll still become the Hokage. Then learn your fireball no jutsu for the Uchiha clan. All Uchihas will become an adult if they learn the fireball. Sarah goes, how do you know that much about my clan? Boruto says, have you not read on your clan? Are you that goddamn dense? Jesus Christ, Sadora. Just learn some jutsus. I only know one jutsu, and that's the Shadow Clone Bunchin, whatever. I need to learn more. Maybe some chakra infinities. Besides your Uchiha, I can probably guess only 2 infinities you'll probably already have. Fire or lightning. You'll probably have more, probably because of your mother. Genjutsu. Or healing. I don't know what you want. For me, since I'm an Uzumaki, a descendant of the Uzumaki, I would either have water, lightning from my grandfather, or wind from, well, not wind, but yeah, I'm not counting him as a person. Water, lightning. Not really fire, since I'm not really an Uzumaki. What else? Earth, maybe. And also maybe, yeah, that's probably all the probably infinities I would probably have. But I gotta check on that for a chakra paper. And then he asks, what's it called, Shino Sensei. Shino Sensei, do you have chakra paper? He said no. I got kicked in the face and punched. Of course, Boruto says, it's interesting you stop being so childish, Sarah, and take your ninja training serious. Sarah says, childish? What do you mean childish? You're more childish than I. Boruto says, really? He pulls out 5 shurikens and just throws them at the target. Nails all of them instantly, pretty easily. Then gets 2 of them and hits the other 2 that were fighting. Metal Lee and Iwabi. And of course, are running away. Yeah. And of course, Boruto says, really, do you think I'm childish? That's interesting. You realize you might have the Sharingan, but your abilities cannot see this attack coming. And Sadara says, what do you mean? Activate your Sharingan. She does, and Boruto just send a thread, and of course Sadara didn't see it, and she get like a little cut on her cheek. Sadara was confused. What the? I didn't even see the attack. Boruto said, your father must have noticed it, but of course it's just a tiny thread from my hand. My finger, at least. Do you see it? Satoru had to, like, really use her Sharingan. And, she sees it, and she's amazed. Just tiny bit of blood on it. Because the only way she saw it, because of the blood kind of just dripping off of it. And, Satoru was just like, Boruto says, I don't know what this is. It's not a Kenkai, I don't think so. Because it's not made with chakra. I probably know what it is from. But I will not tell you what is it from. Because a ninja should always have secrets and never explain things to other people. Your Sharingan is the most easiest thing to be able to read. Since a Sharingan can give you Genjutsu. Things to see through, like the whole chakra system, blah blah blah. And other things. That's why with my ability, I'm gonna keep it so secret enough. Well, somewhat secret, but I'm also gonna be trying out other things. I don't want to rely in just one jutsu or one ability or whatever. Unlike the Sharingan, usually multiple Uchihas just died because of how arrogant they were in their whole Sharingan. Satoru was like, why are you so much smarter than me now, Boruto? She's kind of freaked out. Boruto says, seriously? He's having like sort of veins and all that, kind of just like sort of, not veins, but like, you know how when a vein of like anger and all that, he kind of just like starts smiling creepily. He says, how you, oh my days, did you not hear what I just said? I read books. I'm smarter. Are you that done say you didn't hear me? Boruto's really getting angrier. He need to cool down. He's like, I need to cool down. Okay, whatever. Kind of walks over towards Metal Lee and what's it called? Iwabi, kind of just having the whole shuriken. And Boruto says, both of you just stand still. They says, stand still. What do you mean? Boruto already took it. What's it called? Uses his threads to like grab the whole shuriken and pull them out. And then when he pulls them out, send them at the what's it called, target. Ding ding. Easily bullseye. Shikadai is like, yeah, your ability is super strange, but super amazing at the same time. Then, of course, Boruto and Shikadai and Inuichi kind of just go out. And, of course, Boruto explains he might just go do a masterpiece on the great face of Naruto Uzumaki, the 7 Hokage. And, of course, I say, yeah, is that a good thing? And Boruto said, I managed to easily almost fight against Sasuke Uchiha. Unless my stupid father and Satoru Uchiha didn't just block my way. Now, of course, he has this, like, angry, pissed-off smile. But, of course, they kind of said, we're out. We're good. And, of course, Boruto says, fine, whatever. Satoru is kind of mad the fact that Boruto just freaking explained her dojutsu so easily. And Boruto even explained his. He didn't actually, well, somewhat explain it. So, he kind of just know about, like, yeah, that'll make her a big target. But if Boruto explains that he has a very powerful dojutsu, or not dojutsu, Kenkai, they will target him instead of Satoru. So Satoru was mad, but then Jojo said maybe he was just doing the, explain his own ability. So he can actually throw off the target and go towards him. Satoru says, I don't need protection from Boruto. Jesus Christ. I just want to master my damn Sharingan so I can actually get into a 3-to-1. And rub it in his face, saying I am powerful than him instead of his Kenkai. Boruto says, a masterpiece. I know what to do. So, of course, the Kage summon has just started. And Boruto's watching this whole thing unravel. And then Boruto is just like looking at the stupid old man that he has. And then he just has a fucking grin of evilness. He's like So Boruto goes into a store and actually buys that of the similar thing of Doflamingo. So this pink further coats and some like shades. And of course he also just decided to buy a the same pants color, man. All the same thing. He's just like, except for the well, no shirt. He does have a shirt underneath. And his same jacket, the pink jacket. He still has that on. But yeah. Of course, this is where we go to Sada's training, and Sada is trying to use a Sharingan, and she does, and she almost passes out. Konohamaru does capture her and all that, and Konohamaru just says, I'm gonna become the next Hokage, so it's my right. Haha. Sada says, I guess Boruto was right. And Konohamaru says, huh? You said something about Boruto? Sada says, yeah, he said something about, like, I wouldn't become Hokage unless I become either the 10th or 9th, because he said something about, like, if the 7th kind of died, you would have became the next Hokage or something. And Konohamaru says, damn right. I don't really want Hokage to die, though. I don't want Big Brother Naruto to die, but I will look so great becoming the 8th Hokage. Ding. Now, Sada goes, Of course, Konohamaru said, yeah. Well, I mean, with you and Boruto, and Sada says, what do you mean Boruto? He doesn't have interest in Hokage. Even though Boruto probably doesn't have interest, he's just frustrated how he's called the 7th Hokage child. He's probably wanting to have his own path. I mean, I was the same as him when I was younger. Yup, everyone called me the honorable grandson of the 3rd Hokage. And then Sada just says, well, I'm gonna have to beat him and his Kage Kenkai. And Konohamaru says, Kage Kenkai, what do you mean? He has something about string dojutsu or whatever, string Kage Kenkai, which I can't see with a Sharingan that well. Oh no, I said my... And Konohamaru says, wait, you have a Sharingan? Ah, if he does have a Kage Kenkai, that's very interesting. Must be from the Uzumaki or something. Of course, Naruto was explaining that whole thing about, like, a foe gonna become stronger and coming towards the whole fight to the village and all that, yada yada. Sada was checking out the whole which is gonna become the new faces and all that. And she noticed Boruto with, like, this flamingo outfit and all that. The only way she actually could have spotted is because of Boruto's hair. But yeah, Boruto's like having such an evil grin. Where Boruto actually gets to these stone heads and have multiple paints. He actually said summoning style from a scroll that he has multiple different paints. And he's like, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be so much fun. Sada says, you have so much free time. Cuts the rock in half. And Boruto says, Sadara, can you please fuck off? And Sada says, what's with the new ghetto and all that clothes you have? Boruto says, this is fashion. I'll show the world the name of Flamingo. And I'll become the 7th warlord. Wait. Then again, there's no pirates. Fuck. Sada was like, what are you talking about? Boruto says, no, nothing. Sada, look over there, a shadow clone of Naruto coming. Sada turns around. She says, where? Boruto says, multi-shadow clone jutsu. The only time he can actually use multi-shadow clone jutsu is to actually make, instead of using 4, he makes 8. Of course, there's tons of chakra, but he has to now fight against Sada to just block her, well, away from the clones. Now, of course, Boruto, well, the original Boruto's fighting against Sada. Of course, he only has a little bit of chakra, but he doesn't care. He uses his strings from only, well, 5 fingers and starts fighting against Sada. Now, Sada is right now dodging the attacks. Swipe left, right, down. She's trying to dodge, but of course, the clones are right now just painting really fast. Now, of course, Sada is trying to dodge the attacks. And Boruto's like, fight me, Sadara? You really think you can easily defeat me? She does the shadow clone and, of course, like, goes through, like, the, well, it's supposed to look like hairs and all that, and the head and all that when they're fighting. And, of course, Boruto's slicing through the hairs and all that. And, Sadara, she comes from behind because there was a clone that Boruto managed to cut. And Sadara was about to, like, punch Boruto. Boruto uses arbitration, hawking, and dodges. And says, oh, come on, Sarah. Is that really the best you have? Then die. Boruto just decides to swipe harder, so the what's called threads can actually almost slice her in half. She managed to dodge almost with a Sharingan. Of course, she's not getting dizzy a little bit, but the clones are right now doing work. They're doing real work. And then Satoru says, "Damn it, I gotta defeat those clones." Of course, Satoru, when she tried to jump down and try to attack the clones, Boruto, he uses his threads to grab Satoru. Now, I don't know if the threads are, of course, they can be harmful or they can also not be harmful. But I'm gonna say it like that because I don't know much about the itai fruit, the Nomi. So yeah, so he grabs Satoru and pulls her back up and says, "Where do you think you're going, Satoru? We're not done." Satoru says, "Damn it, so easy." Now, the clones are all done and they all poofed away, except for all the paint. They all throw it back up. They all threw it up, and of course, Satoru, she was almost gonna get hit by paint. Of course, Boruto grabs her and like throws her back. The paint almost hits him, but of course, Boruto jumps back. And Boruto says, "Now that's a good face for me to watch." So of course, Boruto, he grabs one of the, he wraps one of his threads into the, one of the hairs that was left over from Boruto just attacking Satoru and all that. He was basically shaving off Naruto's head. Naruto's head. And he just swinged away like Spider-Man. I'm just saying. And he just says, "Goodbye, Satoru. I'm out." And just runs away. Satoru is like, "Damn it, Boruto." The last little hair also did kind of just be cut into half and all that. And freaking Boruto just running. Fuck off, old man. No, just kidding. But really, I mean, that's probably how Boruto would have felt like. Instead of Boruto swinging away and all that, Boruto just, all the paint that was on top of Naruto's head, I don't know why it's just like to just swing away. Well, instead, Boruto was just on there, just standing proud and tall with his like drip. Satoru was like, "Boruto, why are you doing this? Satoru, move out of the way. I need to show my fame. I gotta show that I'm the fucking god." Of course, one of the ninjas decide to tell Naruto and all that, and the other Hokages that the greats don't face. And of course, when Naruto goes and sees the face, what happened? This is what it looks like. It looks like Buggy the Clown from One Piece. Like some of the makeup, of course, it's almost painted like a bunch of other colors and all that. And of course, the top, you can see a bunch of like rainbow and all that. Naruto goes, "What am I gonna be doing with that kid? He's pale white." You know when they animate characters usually go pale white, they're like so shocked. Everyone's kind of chuckling, like Shikamaru's just laughing. He's like, "That kid is actually a pretty good artist." Chojuro, not Chojuro. Who would actually say that? Kuroshuki says that kid is a pretty good artist. Boruto goes, "I am surely just amazing." And of course, he kind of just like put his hand over like his hair and just like swipe it and just says, "I'm amazing." Of course, the five Kages, except for Naruto just being pure white shock, and Sasuke. No, I'm just kidding. But just pure white shock. All of them just said, "That kid is actually going to surpass all of us." But his clothes is interesting, by the way, to say. Satoru goes, "Boruto." And of course, Boruto like lands in one of the, he's not trying to step on the paint or for his clones paint and all that. And says, "Yeah, Satoru, what do you want?" Satoru said, "Come back here and fight me." Boruto says, "No, I don't really want to." Sada just starts throwing shurikens and kunais at Boruto. Boruto easily using his threads to just turn it all into dust and say, "Come on, Sada. I thought you were supposed to be good like that." And Sada just says, "Are you freaking serious?" Of course, Boruto could have used his sexy clone no jutsu, but he says, "Nah." And of course, Mitsuki says, "There would be such a good duo," or whatever he said, something like that. But yeah, Boruto just says, "Well, bye, Sadara." Jumps down. He just jumps off the stone faces and does a backflip and falls down to the ground, smashing it like a badass. You know what? When Madara kind of just when Madara jumps down and just smashes the ground like a badass. Yeah, that's what mostly Boruto does. Now, Boruto's legs are perfectly fine because Boruto puts armor and harking on them and his feet and all that. When he smashed, he's fine. He just walks away. Now I can go drink some tea. Naruto go. Like, Naruto is just like passes out. Yeah, he fully just falls down. Falls over and all that. Of course, the next day, Naruto is just like talking about like, yeah, the students should go to the land of wave and all that. And of course, Boruto does a small wind jutsu to blow on what's it called, Ruka's head and all that. And Naruto says it's not a wig. And then he didn't actually just hide himself; he just stand there. And of course, Ruka says, "What are you doing here, Boruto? Also, why are you wearing that?" Boruto says, "What am I wearing? I look great. Fashion." Uncle says, "I mean, he's not wrong." Ruka says, No, Uncle, stop." But Ruka says, "What are you doing? Why did you... Wait, you use a wind style?" Boruto said, "Yeah. I found out that probably I have wind style. That's a very weak wind style. Ugh, I need more practice." And then Naruto comes out and says, "What are you doing here, Boruto? You're supposed to... If you're gonna do pranks, you're supposed to be fabulous." And Boruto says, "Really? You really want to talk about this? Okay. Didn't I hear that you were also a prankster long ago? That you also pranked the village. You also did almost the same thing as I do right now. By pranking the village. You can't get on me with that whole bullshit. So you can't do nothing about it, Seven Hokage. Seven Hokage." Of course, Naruto says, "Aren't you gonna call me father?" "Father? My father's right now far away. I can't miss him. He's left the village. I probably want to go also leave the village. Might probably leave the village for 3 years." Naruto says, "What did you say, little brat?" Naruto dodges, says, "I said bye," jumps down. Of course, yeah. So the next day happens, and of course, Naruto actually managed to get stuck. He's like, "What the hell? This is interesting." He's just like shaking up and down. People are confused why he's up there. And then, well, Naruto says, how long would I be able to stay up here? Yeah, whatever. Blood is trying to flow to my head now. He uses his ability, his threads and all that, and just starts cutting everything around him. Even the little rope and all that. And takes off the, the tape off his mouth and falls down, putting armor and hawking on the ground, well, on his feet, and smashing it. And says, "Well, that was interesting. That was such a weak prank." Everyone's still completely shocked with Boruto's laughter. Like, his laughter is like sounding like a goddamn villain. They're scared half the time. Shino said, "Who actually wants to become," well, he talks about the whole thing. "No one wants to become the leader? I'll pick you, Boruto." Boruto goes, "Leader? I'm not even that much of a great leader. I mean, then again, I'm actually having an army. Why not Sadara?" And Shino was like, just become the leader. Aren't you having like some kind of army or something?" "That is true, an army of Uchihas." Shino says, "I think I regret my decision now." Everyone is still creeped out with Boruto's actions. So after everyone leaves, everyone's like kind of scared, and Boruto says, "Don't worry, everyone's gonna be in perfectly good hands." Like his like white and grin just grows so much, and also his eyes kind of go a little bit red. Well, his glasses kind of go into a red shade, and he goes, "Oh, don't worry. All of you will be in perfect hands. Everyone regrets their decision. Don't worry. If you probably get, don't worry. If one of you, I don't know, decides to F up or something, this will happen." He cuts the table in half. "Don't worry, everyone will be in perfectly good hands." Everyone goes, "Oh God, please, no." Shino goes, "Ah. Well, next, the freaking class ended and all that." And everyone is just like, "Well, Shikadai said, well, leader, don't try to kill anyone." Bart just says, "I wasn't. That was just a scare tactic." Shikadai and everyone thinks it's still creepy for you to laugh. Of course, Sadara says, "Isn't this slacking off now, Baruto?" Baruto says, "Oh, don't worry, Sadara. It's fine." When I have anything to say about it. Of course, this is where Biki, or no, not Biki, I will Biki or something. I will Biki. No, I will Biki. I will be. I don't know why I said I Biki. No, I will be. Said, "You realize that village was called the Bloody of the Mist." Arto's interesting. Interesting. Keep going on. I'm interested. You said bloody. Does that mean I can murder people without being anything in trouble? His smile grins as Otter says, "Boruto, are you trying to murder people?" Boruto says, "No, no, no, no. Why would I ever try to murder anyone? It's not like I always want to murder people because, that's fine." "You don't need to worry anything, Sadara. Go on, I will be." So Boruto's at his house packing up things. So Hinata's right now packing things up, and Boruto says, "Mom, isn't it better to seal things in a scroll so I can actually carry lasting weight?" Hinata says, "Wait, you already know sealing?" Boruto said, "Yeah. It should be in my tradition blood. I'm an Uzumaki / I'm Namikaze. I'm gonna learn how to do sealing." He already sealed a bunch of things and put it in a scroll and just put it behind. Since I'm done, I already have everything. Clothes, like this, that. Games. I have some games. Just to pass the time. But mostly I'm gonna be training. If anyone doesn't annoy me. And of course, Hinawari just goes, "Big brother, I hope you come give me gifts and all that." And of course, Baruto says, "Don't worry, Hinawari, I got you." Now, remember, every time Naruto Uzumaki comes, you should say Naruto Uzumaki. He's happy with that name. Don't call him Dad. No. And if someone with one eye and another eye with this purple, call him Dad. And Naruto says, don't do that. That would just make her confused." And Naruto says, "Okay, big brother." And Naruto goes, "Oh God, no." So yeah, Baruto's teaching her to just say that so he can screw over Naruto more. Like, everyone just gets to the whole train, they get to the boat, and Baruto, he says, "Can I cut water?" And everyone says, "What do you mean cut water? Don't worry about anything." So he jumps up and uses his threads to just slice at the water. It looks like it did cut some water. And of course, before he gets to jump into water, the user Doflamingo does bring Bart on his mindscape and says, "Don't jump into water, you idiot. That's the problem with the devil fruit. You're not supposed to jump into water because that'll make you weak, moron." And Bart says, "But I'm Uzumaki. Could that change?" "I don't know. Test it out then." So he goes into a little pool, and he is fine. Water doesn't actually weaken him at all. Because I'm going to say he's an Uzumaki, and Uzumaki's just... They have some genes where, like, water. So, yeah. Boruto's right now jumping into the water. And, of course, he just keeps just slicing at the water. Cutting it in half. People are shocked with Boruto's easily cutting water. Which, yes, it's a shocking thing for Boruto to do. And Boruto's actually training. When Boruto actually makes a perfect square out of water, it decides to fall down. Boruto says, at least I can cut things into perfect shapes and all that. Oh wait, what about this? He's right now just making a Sharingan out of water. Making the little parts and all that. He says, this is perfect art. Man. Maybe if I could have explosions. I don't have any explosions on me right now. I would have made art as an explosion. Boruto says, Satoru, what are you talking about? Satoru says, none of your business. So Boruto says, whatever, I'm just looking at the ocean. You can be so stressed, so tense, I can care less. And Satoru says, well, then blah blah blah, whatever she said. Boruto said, you can take the position of Hokage, I can care less. What I want to become is just like your father, someone strong. Maybe run away from the village for 3 years and then go with a snake man and say, I want power. And then come back to the village looking like I want to start a fight and make sure I start a war. That's my goal. Satoru goes, is that really what my father did? What, you never read on that? Jesus Christ, Satoru, what are you? You don't read? You have glasses. Jesus Christ. Satoru says, that doesn't mean anything. Boruto says, whatever. When I have enough power, I'm going to get out of the village and become rogue. And Satoru says, why you gotta be so creepy half the time? Boruto says, oh, well, that's usually my personality. Whatever, you can become Hokage, I can become a rogue ninja. Who cares? You can do whatever the hell, blah, blah, blah. Even if you want to become Hokage, I guess you wanted to make me the leader. So I can show everyone the best thing about my ruthless side. Satoru said, no, that was just to make you not do anything troublesome. And Boruto says, oh, come on, it's fine. No one's gonna actually be enough. And he looks at class rep and says, oh, hello, class rep. Class rep is like, hi, Boruto. It's kind of scary you doing right there now. Boruto says, I have no clue what you're talking about. But you look amazing, class rep. Class rep kind of blushes. Boruto now looks into the ocean, whatever. Of course, it started getting misty, and Boruto thought it would be a great idea to see if he can cut through mist. Which he does. Holy crap, I can actually cut through mist. Now, Satoru was trying to, trying to make Boruto not be creepy enough. Try to make him angry, but no. Boruto's like, I can cut through anything. These powers are so great. Yes. Yes! And Satoru's just like, Boruto? Of course, 10 minutes later, Boruto's right now playing with Shikadai and Nochi and Denki. Right now, Boruto has the look of a god. And of course, Shikadai and Uchiha are just depressed. They're like, holy shit, why is he that good? Boruto says, whatever. You guys can stop being so depressed about anything. Of course, this is where Boruto goes out of his sleep and all that after playing and all. And he saw Mitsuki and he said, well, Mitsuki, how are you doing? Mitsuki says, that when I'm just looking. Also, look, the village is coming in clear. Boruto says, seems like it. Well, the next day happens, and of course, they have a guy named Kagere or Kagere? I don't know. Basically, it's what's called the Kagere? Kagere or Kagere? Kagere's grandson or whatever. Kagere. I mean Yagare. So yeah. That's his son or grandson or whatever. And Boruto's interested in this guy. He says, you look familiar, Boruto said out loud. You look like what was that, three-toasted turkey's name? Are you related to him? You kind of look like him. And, of course, everyone kind of shocked and thinks, wait, there was a three-toasted turkey? Yes, the three-toasted turkey, bloody the mist, blah, blah, blah. Something like leader, because he wanted to kill every Kenkai user. Luckily, if he ever met me, I would have actually killed him and said, but yeah, who cares? Of course, everyone's just shocked. They're like, we would not be surprised if we actually murder a Kage. Mars was like, yeah. Now everyone's still creeped out with his like laughter. Of course, all the fangirls just start piling up, and the guy was like, he knows way too much about my past, or well, my grandfather passed, and everyone just, all the fangirls, and of course, Bars was getting so annoyed, and so he used Conqueror's Hawking and said, "Shut up!" And all the girls was like, "Okay, fine." Bars was like, "Okay, let's get the show on the ready, and all of you so dare annoy me, I would have freaking decided to roll you over like Yagare, the third basic Hokage, did a long time ago to this mist village. That's why it was called the Bloody of the Mist. So piss me off and I'll make sure you all fucking die." And they were all, "Okay, fine." Everyone was like, "Yes, sir." Now she knows, like, I think I regret ever picking him. And Uncle's like, "Are you sure you picked the right person? He's very scary when he's the leader." "I regret everything, but yeah." Of course, he does go up to Boruto, says, "It's an honor for the son of Naruto Uzumaki," and Boruto says, "What did you just call me? I should definitely rip you apart." All the girls are like, "Calm down. Boruto, stop. Everyone's like, "Calm down." And of course, he says, "My name is Boruto Uchiha. I will become the greatest, like Mother Uchiha did." Everyone's like, "Why did he just pick Uchiha?" And he's like, "Oh, you're Uchiha. I thought you were Uzumaki." "Yeah, I'm an Uchiha. Do you not see the black hair?" "Black hair, yeah, Genjutsu." He changed his hair from like gold to black. But of course, it was only Genjutsu. So yeah. Of course, everyone, well, Tenki comes out of nowhere and says, "Wow, I want that little necklace thing right there. I knew you were Yagura. How much? Name your price." And Boruto just pulls Tenki away and says, "Don't worry about him. So you're a, whatever the hell that person's name was. But, you seem different from someone I recognize." Whatever. So, Boruto has read on everyone. He drank tea, he goes into the library, he gets checked out books, blah blah blah. Yeah, he did multiple times. So, Boruto is extremely smart and actually can actually recognize things. Now, Boruto, he's just saying, "Interesting, you're a fan of that person too." Well, Boruto decides to walk away. He wanted to walk around. He just looks at everyone, focusing. He focused his observation hockey to find all his classmates. He finds everyone. So yeah. Of course, then one of the girls is like, "Is there hogging the Yagare, whatever?" Yeah, not Yagare, Kagare, whatever that name. I think it's Kagaro or Kagare, something like that. And Boruto looks at her glaring and says, "What the hell do you want?" And she says, "Okay." Now, of course, all the girls know that Boruto is one of the most scariest people to actually meet, and also almost all the guys are the same, except for Shikadai and other people. Now, of course, this is what I will be right now, is just walking away, and of course, Senki and Boruto right now following him. Boruto is kind of just speed walking, of course, Senki is right now kind of running. Of course, what Becca is talking about on all this. So Boruto said, "I'm gonna go back." So of course he bumps into the guy, and Boruto almost fell down, and he said, "Watch out, buddy. I know you stand right there in front of me for a reason." And he said, "Yeah, what if I did?" Boruto grabbed him from the face and smashed him to the ground. Just like, "Stay the fuck down away from me." Of course, I went back in, and then got surprised with Boruto's action. You think I care about who you are? You think I care if you and your village decide to invite me? I might be the son of the seven Hokage, but I know who I am. And so the Shinigami is right behind Boruto. No, I'm just kidding, but seriously, Boruto's pretty scary. Shizuma was like, please, let go my companion. Boruto said, what if I don't? What are you gonna do about it? So he pulls out his sword and tries to attack Boruto. Boruto uses his, strings and easy cuts through the sword and says, oh please. Seems like you dare to attack me. Crushes his friend down the ground and says, stand like see who's the strongest here. Boruto said, and both Denki and I'll be. Just pull Boruto away and say, Boruto, calm down. Come on. You wanna fight, don't you? Of course, the guy that gets knocked out because Boruto's like, said, fuck off. Yeah. So the guy tries to go closer to Boruto, and Boruto to say, first of all, I don't swing that way. Go fucking away from me, or I fucking decide to cut you into multiple pieces, you fucking shark, and make you turn into fucking sushi. You really want to go after me, even though I fucking easily defeated whoever that fucker was? I only took him once down. And he says, well, you might be ninja material. Boruto says, no, but fuck you. He says, well, goodbye, the seven Hokage's son. Boruto says, first of all, I'm the fourth Hokage's grandson. I don't know who the fuck the seventh is. Now, fuck you. Using his threats to just try to slice at him. Before he almost didn't actually do it because he didn't want to actually destroy some buildings. But yeah, you get the point. Boruto says, Awababeke. And Denki, why did you stop me? I could have easily turned him to damn sushi. And Awababeke said, it's better if you don't start a fight, Boruto. Especially trying to kill someone. Okay, fine, Awababeke. I won't try to kill him. Unless he goes after me again, I'll rip his freaking head off and make sure to feed it to real sharks. And Awababeke is like, okay, it's better if you don't be anywhere near people. Whatever. So, of course, a mist does roll in. And so I'm actually going to leave it here. Here, it's not here. What am I talking about? Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato. I have another what if, but this time it's a what if Boruto had the system. Now, goodbye!